Yeah. Loyalty, love your team, know they can't bribe us. You gon' see a lot of hatred when you prosper. I might stop rapping, why? Cause we need more black doctors, lawyers, public defenders, and black honors.
My people top shelf, we the ones who need help. We the ones in poverty, so many killers and robbery. But you can't take my soul from me, and I love all.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Was this episode 36?
Episode 12, you heard?
Episode 12.
Y'all, I'm in a big seat today, so, you know,
We're going to see how
vibes.
she do. We're just, man, I haven't been on a job interview in a long time, so we're interviewing her.
Oh, yeah.
But somebody introduce yourself. Go on, introduce yourself to the people, man.
Darius, you know, this is my twin brother on my side of me. You know?
And why are you important? Why are you on our show?
I mean, that was
Why do you deserve to be on our show today?
Yeah, I'm asking everybody that. Like, why are you here?
I guess, you know, I ain't never really been on camera, you know. So, you know, but I guess to give myself a platform for, I guess, you know, a beginning of a lot of business ventures.
They can be
You
seen
know,
as that. Absolutely. Okay.
I would say that, you know,
All right.
just to get my face out there, you know.
That's what I'm talking about.
We glad to have you on the show. We seeing
Of
double
course.
today.
Of
We are
course,
seeing
you
double.
know.
We don't look nothing
course.
alike. I don't know
At
why
all.
y'all keep saying that.
Y'all do,
Never.
but y'all don't.
We never have,
It's the skin color.
yeah.
I'm black. He
Nut-
brown.
And we're nothing alike.
Well-
Nothing alike at all, you know.
Zero alike.
Well, let's go ahead and dive into the topics, y'all.
Oh,
Go
my.
ahead.
Okay, so obviously y'all are twins,
Yes.
but what makes y'all different?
Darius, want to answer that first?
Okay. Let's just say, you know, we chose two, you know, different paths of life, you know. That's what I would say. That's what make us different.
So what would you say your path was?
A difficult one. I chose the difficult path, you know. I
Like
chose
elaborate.
let's just say, I chose, you know, to make, you know, certain decisions that kind of pushed me back in life, you know. And I'm still kind of learning, you know, day by day, you know. Darian, on the other hand, you know, he took the right path. I would say that, you know. I would say he had his bumps in the road, but, you know, it didn't really affect him, you know, to the point where, you know, on a, I guess what would you say, on a mental level, you know, on my, you know, I guess we took life, you know, differently.
Like, would you say like you was more of the bad boy and
Yeah.
Pop was the good boy?
Most definitely.
I mean, what would you say?
I
You've known us
mean-
for so long.
For so long.
I would say like Pot, like, well, okay, I met Darius first, and Darius was like this like just super funny dude with this big ass personality. Like everybody knew Darius because of his mouth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then Pot is like you was always kind of like in the background, kind of like chill,
Soft,
a little bit
you know.
shy, you know. But that didn't mean you still weren't doing shit though.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I was just chill. I never felt the need for the spotlight
No.
ever. I still don't.
So do you agree with Darius when he was like you had life like a little bit easier?
No, I wouldn't say easier, though.
Nah, it definitely.
Excuse me.
No.
So what do you mean?
I would say he took it differently, like as in, you know, he took it as into, you know, like as in, let's just say me and him on the same level today, mentally, like, you know, as in, you know, we gonna take everything that we went through and just kind of make it, you know, our oil and our gas and our engine, you know, basically just to get us, continue to keep us moving, you know, but at a scale, you know, I would say, you know, early on in life, I would say, you know, mentally I took it way different than he did. You know, he took it like as, you know, okay, I'm just gonna keep it pushing, boom, boom, boom. And as me, I'm like, you know, I gotta get it right now. Like, you know, like not tomorrow, not later on. I ain't waiting on nobody. You know,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go get it myself.
So, Pi, what you gotta say about that?
I think that one of the biggest differences between us is how we grieve, you know, and how we deal with people and how we deal with things. And when I say that is, when Darius wears his heart on his sleeve, you know what I'm saying? He has a big heart, and he's probably one of the most unselfish people that you'll ever meet in your life. But there can be a major downfall for that. There can, because it it doesn't matter what anybody does, even if they're not even if they're not personally attacking you, because you have your heart is so big, you can take everything so personally. Me, on the other end, like I learned to kind of take all that in and just kind of let it bounce off my chest. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to do that early. Now, it's a skill that's not easy to, especially since you're a Cancer, and if it's not even just about being a Cancer, it's more your life, the predicaments that you're going through. It's hard to not cherish the relationships that's around you, because the relationships that are around you might be the only things and the only people that you have to go to whenever it's hard. Me, I learned to kind of separate the two. Separate the relationship.
That's very mature for that age, because I didn't meet you guys till high school. I mean, we was like 14, 15 type shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, for you to like mature on that level, it's like, what took you, how did you get to that? Was that always in you?
Oh man. So another thing that you guys don't, you probably will realize that we had our dad.
Pause real quick. We're going to cut this out, but Z is outside.
He's outside? Okay. Let me tell Mark real quick. And we can just pause it anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the podcast, y'all.
I got you. We got some stuff for you. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Definitely. It's coming. This one's gonna be a good one.
yeah.
Obviously, all this probably gonna get cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
So, like I was saying, like, at what point in time, like, what got you to that level of saying, like, I'm gonna separate the two? Because I'm a Cancer too, and I'm like Darius, like, I take everything to heart the first time.
First time.
I've seen you do it too. I've seen you do it. I had to bring you back. I had to hold on, man.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Let's
We
let's
just
think
go
about
dumb
this.
for a minute, like, man, fuck that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't did
Yeah,
that, you know?
because you guys have really big hearts, and that's really, really good. You know what I'm saying? So I think the biggest thing that kind of separated me from Darius at an early age, I think, is because of our relationships and how we dealt with them. When I'm talking about our relationships with like women, because at first Darius had the girls, you know what I'm saying? The girls like Darius, you know what I'm saying? And he probably went through some heartbreaks, but he didn't take it so personal so early, because
This
there
is
was
gonna
another
be something they gonna talk about.
yeah, like for real, like, because he didn't take it so personal so early, because next week another one coming.
He had experience.
You know what I'm saying? He had experience. Every single girl that I literally was with, man, especially at an early age, I was like passing out roses. I was trying to be that dream lover boy.
Darius was not like that.
He was not
he'll
like
make you
that.
laugh, but he ain't finna buy you nothing.
Yeah, he wouldn't like that. I mean,
Oh, yo, we got Z in the building.
What's up with
yeah,
it?
good.
Slide on in the conversation.
So with it, my boy.
But yeah, man, Darius wouldn't like that. So a lot of those relationships that I was dealing with that separation anxiety early. I learned how to fight all that stuff early, because a girl would break over me, she would break my heart and all this stuff, and I kind of it before it made me weaker, it made me stronger. You know what I'm saying? And I started looking at every relationship like that. I stopped looking at people of, how much you hurting me, rather than how much value you brought into me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can look at you and say, okay, the value that Jamie brings into me is our friendship. She gives me advice about all type of women, how to deal with it, how to deal with certain situations. Even if you were to leave me tomorrow and say I don't want to be your friend no more, I'm not gonna look at it. Oh man, she don't want to be my friend no more. She's going through her own circumstances. I'm gonna look like, look, man, while we were friends, you gave me this, and this, and I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna hold that and I'm gonna use that for the next stage of my life.
I'm say, look.
Right, I'm
I don't know if I can
He
cuss
hurt.
or not,
Out
but
of memory?
You can, yeah.
I'm like, F it. I don't care about none of that. So I don't care about what came with us, with none of that. Like, we done. Like, it's a wrap. Like,
So that like kind of makes me rewind like back to you guys' childhood. So like growing up as twins, like how was it? Did y'all get a lot of attention? Could people tell y'all apart?
most definitely.
Yeah, people say that.
We've never really, I would say, looked alike, Like, I came out with a head full of hair, light as hell. He came out
Dark skin, bald.
as hell, So it's like, we've never looked alike,
So like, but did y'all still feel that like twin connection? That like,
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
still
most
do,
definitely.
still do to this day.
So what's like? Give an example of like that connection.
Like
We'll
I,
know when we in trouble. when something is going on. Like,
I was just finna say that too.
yeah,
Like,
I would say that.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say we got all like what identical twins have. You know, we don't. I wouldn't say we have all of what they have, but you know,
Y'all
little
know
small
when
stuff
somebody
like
gets some shit.
when we know when we into something. Like, we know for a fact something's going on. Like, I would say that, but
Yeah, I would say, like, if I know he's in an emotional state at the moment, you know, whether it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, it's weighing heavy on my mind, or I might have a dream about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, let me call my brother and see what's up. You know, even if we into it at the moment, let me call him. All right, let me get this situated, because when we into it, you know, it's F me, F him, you know, to each other, but to everybody else, like, nah, you better not say nothing.
I wish you would.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how we look at it, you know. But I think that's kind of, I can feel whenever he's in an emotional state. I really can. If that answers your question.
Yeah, it does.
Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does.
So let me ask you guys. So, you know, I'm sure y'all butt heads a lot. So, do y'all feel like right now you guys are on a good page? Because I feel like, you know, just being close to y'all butted heads throughout.
Yeah.
I think we're on a better page.
Than ever, you would say, since,
wow,
yeah. I would say this, you know, maturely, we have, you know, there's still disagreements, but, you know, everybody has, you know, disagreements, you know, with, you know, their brothers or sisters, you know, but other than that, you know, I would say we ain't fighting each other like cats and dogs, you know. We ain't, you know, tearing each other down, and, you know, certain things that I would say we used to do to each other, but, you know, there's the disagreements in certain situations, you know, but
There's only one thing that I don't like sometimes that you do, but I get it because of the person that you are and how you do have a big heart and that you do cherish the relationships around you. Is sometimes you vent to people. To me, in my mind, that honestly, there's 3 ways that they could take it. 1, they happy you going through that. 2, they can't do shit about it. Or, you know, 3, they're just there to just kind of get gossip. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes the people, and I hate that I brought you into all that, because a lot of people that you do hang with now, you know, I kind of introduce you to them, you know. And I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but you got to be careful who you vent to all your problems, because you can't get the results that you want to from them. It's going to affect you even harder because you have a big heart and you just unloaded on those people. And now those people don't know how to deal with it, because it's just like, man, I get around Darius, you know, I don't know what he about to, you know, vent to me about. We were just talking about this last episode.
going on part, I feel like that's male and females, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they ain't
That's true.
they ain't got your best interest, bro. And I just see it firsthand, just
Yeah.
coming into the picture, bro.
They ain't got you.
Male or female. So I feel like some of the people you hang with, they ain't got your best interest. They, you know, it's all good to be kiki ha ha with them, but as far as like a personal life and like what you deal with mentally and physically, that ain't right, bro. Just speaking from a friend perspective and a family perspective.
Yeah.
But go ahead, what you saying though?
But no, he's absolutely right. They just they don't care like they say they do. You know what I'm saying?
Like Pa said, they just there for gossip.
Yeah.
Just to be like, dang, you know what happened to Stent? Like, nah, bro.
And that's why you got to be especially careful, because you're unloading them. You're giving them access to personal information about you, about what you can go through.
And they got problems within themselves that they not even fixing.
I think that's the only biggest disagreement that I have, because anything that me and you go through, me and you can hash it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't be worried about so-and-so being involved. You know what I'm saying? I don't even tell them half the time. I don't tell everybody else. But it's like, it saddens me when somebody do text me and say, hey, you know, yeah, your brother called me and say,
Right.
hey, y'all going through it or this and that. And the only thing that I tell them, I don't give them too much. Hey, anything that Darius is telling you, just direct them back to me. The best way to deal with a problem is you face it, you know, right in his face. You gotta deal with it face forward. You gotta deal with 10 toes down, directly to the problem, not to those other people, because they can grow the problem. And that's my only disagreement, because me and
I
you
don't
always gonna
believe
butt
I
heads.
talk to them to grow the problem. You know,
Nah, you don't.
I'll just say this. You know, I'm old enough to, you know exactly what I did, and I wouldn't say it's the right thing in the world to do. You know.
Yeah.
But on the scale of how I felt at that moment in time,
Exactly.
I felt like, them were people I can speak to.
Exactly.
That's just, but let's just say on that level, them are people that I speak to every day. I don't speak to you every day.
That's true. Yeah. That's,
So
that's
it's
very
like,
true. And
who
so-
am I gonna speak to? You
and
know?
that's exactly what I'm saying. You wear your heart on your sleeve. And that's not saying it's a bad thing. It's just it's a dangerous thing too.
Well, my thing is,
Most
these
definitely,
people
but
that
I
you're
still,
talking,
keep a distance.
Yeah.
No
these
matter
people
what
that-
Go ahead.
I say or do, like I'm to myself. I'm by myself. Like I don't let these people affect me in my life. At all.
Yeah.
These people might be there to vent to, but these people aren't there to help me. I'm not looking for help. I'm not looking for a handout from them or my feelings, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But that's who I felt like I only had to vent to.
That's true. What?
At a moment in time.
Yeah. Yeah.
My question is, like, these people, because I don't know the situation, like these people like you're venting to, like, do you feel like they're like your real friends? Because at the end of the day, I feel like they're your real friends. You should be venting, and it's not fair for you to have to, like, hold back.
Which
So,
is
like,
true. And in question, I've been through a lot. I wouldn't say, I would trust or, be, like that with pretty much anybody right now. But let's just say this, I vented about one situation, like I don't vent about my whole life, about what I've been through, the same people don't know too much about me at all, like
Yeah.
I still keep my distance. That's just how I live life, like I live it distantly. I mess with you, but you don't know everything about me, like I'm to a certain level, like I wouldn't want you to know everything about me. So, like
where does it get to the point to where you say, okay, I want to vent today?
when I feel, like betrayed or, like left out, like that's when I like feel like, especially with people I love, like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna, get into no physical. I'm too old for that. Like I ain't got no time. If I care about you on that level, I ain't got no time to do that. But I just feel like, when I feel left out, I feel like, from the jump, like, who am I gonna talk to? Like, who should I speak to? Like at the end of the day, because
Right.
the person that, I do have to vent to is the problem. Like is the reason why I'm venting. So it's like.
Yeah.
That's just how I felt, I feel like, I live in a tight circle, and the people that I did speak to, I felt like they were in my circle enough to speak to them about the issue, But other than that, like, I don't vent to nobody about my life or what I got going on. Like, I got a lot going on, but I'm on me,
Yeah. I get that. Interesting. I'm learning a lot about you guys. So let me ask you, Darius, like, I feel like you were, like, I agree with Paul, like, you wear your heart on your sleeve and you're like, you have a big heart. And that's one thing, like, I really appreciate about you. Like, what's something that, like, you want, like, people to know about you that they may not have? Or just
Like,
something you've
as
been
in-
yearning for people, like, you've been, like, just trying to get out and say. Is there anything?
I don't know. Like, if you would have asked me this question probably like months ago or something, like I probably would have had a lot to say, but lately I've just been trying to, be at peace with certain things that I can't change, like, or certain things that I have nothing, or no say into, because like you say, I do wear my heart on my shoulder, but, lately it's, I'm learning day by day to, break away from certain stuff that, kind of, I would say, heavy on my mind or, something that gets to me, like I've been sort of at peace, just trying to get my life in order, like trying to build.
Well, the one thing that I can tell you, man, and from my own personal experiences, because obviously we deal with things differently, I learned to stop expecting you from other people because they ain't you. You know what I'm saying? How you wear your heart on your sleeve, how you would just be giving to somebody, how you always there. You always got an open ear out for somebody, and you actually, it's coming from here, it's coming from your genuine side of you that you want to help, and I can see it in your eyes that you genuinely want to help. You can't expect you from somebody that ain't you.
Which I'm learning that too.
Yeah, and it's a hard. Whenever it slaps you in the face, it slaps the hell out of you. You gotta remember. I'm the one that's trying to get everybody together every single year around the same time, and almost at the end of the day after we get done party, I'm like, well, dang, this person supposed to do this, and I'm so glad that I have a trustworthy spouse where I can always vent to, and she always give me the right type of advice that I need, even if it's not pretty. And she told me the same thing, like, damn, you keep expecting you from other people. That just
I feel you on that, because what I had to learn the hard way was like, don't take everything personal. Like, even though like somebody, like, it's crazy, like somebody could be like personally attacking me, I feel like, but it's just like I have to be like, you know what, that person crazy themselves, like they got shit going on themselves, and like that's what I'm feeling.
You gotta
right
tell that
now.
person, I'm not your problem. All right, just kind of walk off like that. Learn how to laugh and smile through all that bullshit, because I know I do.
Well, speaking of this, like, this is for everybody. What are ways to maintain a healthy mindset?
I'm still trying to figure it out my damn self. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Really? Well, you said you're at peace, so what have
I'm
you been
getting
doing?
to peace. Let's just say that. Like, I'm learning to be at peace. Like, let's just say I'm not letting things get to me as much as it used to. I'm really, let's just say I'm more or less focused on, trying to build for my kids now. Like, it ain't even about emotions right now. Like, it's more or less so like focus.
Oh yeah, congratulations on new baby.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful little girl.
She's so
Man, she
cute,
look just
chunky
like me.
butt.
Z, what about you?
Ask the question again.
Okay, so what are ways to maintain a healthy mindset?
Healthy mindset.
Because I feel like we all got like a roller coaster.
I feel like venting, that's a good one. Venting to the right person. If you believe in like God and spiritual, talk to God, pray. Just, I think that was the main two that I can honestly think of right now. That's what I'm doing right now. So, yeah.
Hot?
Man, find your therapy. When I say your therapy, it has to be channeled to just you. My therapy happens to be playing a game or going outside and playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if the whole world getting on my nerves, I promise you, I can go play my game or play basketball. I won't even pick up my phone.
Yeah.
Like, my phone will be right there. I'm too busy doing my thing. And after a while, 5 hours went by and I forgot why the hell I'm mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Take
it's
a-
like your escape.
That's my escape. Another one is me taking a hot ass shower. You know what I'm saying? Take a hot ass shower, put some music on, and might put a little wine in the shower and just.
I don't know. I can't
Put a
do
little wine in
alcohol
the
in the
shower.
shower.
I mean,
I
on
just
outside.
can't, like, I be feeling like I'm about to fall out.
Make it kind of hot up in there.
Yeah, like, I be, I can't do it.
Anytime my wife getting on my nerves or something, that's exactly what I do. And I know it pisses her off sometimes because whenever I'm mad, I don't go back and vent to her sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I go back and release myself on my games, my basketball, then come to her. Because at the end of the day, like I was just telling Darius, I don't want to unload on her. You know what I'm saying? And it might be too much to handle right there. So I'm like, okay, let me take 2 steps back, found my therapy, which is them games and playing basketball. And I'm chilling. I'm good. You can't tell me nothing after that.
Yeah, I can kind of relate on that. It's like, for me, it's like what keeps me from like, going crazy or like just being stuck in my head. I feel like
Music.
I got a lot going on. Like, like
That's a good one.
I'm a girlfriend. I'm a mom. Not a mom.
Oh,
a plant mom.
Yeah,
A plant mom. A plant mom. A plant mom. I'm a sister,
Okay.
cousin, all these things. So it's just like,
You gotta stop telling
How do
secrets
I-
on the set.
Nah, for real. Tell it on
I'm
yourself.
expecting
Uh-huh.
A what? A what?
a new plant. But yeah, so for me, it's just like just finding those things to like get out of my head. Like, so for one, like I'll just watch like YouTube videos. Like I'm like really big on self-care. I just don't like watching people talk about like, what they use for moisturizers and stuff like that. It's
Cook,
just,
looking at people cook is
yeah.
therapy. for
Yeah,
sure,
see, that's
though.
your therapy, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
I would say that looking at people cook It's therapy.
I think also like quality time. I feel like us cancers all need to like go to our shell at one
Yes,
most
certain
definitely.
point in time, and it's just like for me, like
You know
I'll
what's
tell
crazy? We
everybody.
all cancers.
That's crazy.
Yes.
We tell each other that every episode. Every
That's
episode.
crazy.
Yeah, we some damn
That's
cancers.
That
crazy.
it's like our energies are always,
Yeah.
you know, like in
But
sync.
that's why we can always understand each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It's
Good or bad.
good or bad.
Bad or
Yeah.
good. Like,
I think also with, you know, a healthy mindset is, yeah, like I was saying, like just have that quality time to yourself and like tell everybody like, hey, I need this moment. It's okay to say that. And even if people demanding you, oh, you know, like I need you here, I need you to do this.
I gotta have
Don't
this
do
moment.
that, even though you want to. But
Yeah.
you can't mentally. So just, you know,
If
know
you
is a
know
good
me,
word.
everybody know I will disappear for a minute, for a long
Yes.
time.
Cancers, that's us. We disappear, but then when we back, we a lot better. So
Yeah,
you
most
want us
definitely.
to disappear.
yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want us to disappear.
Nah, for sure. What's up next, DJ Jamie?
Yeah, so the next topic is how can you tell when someone really likes you?
Man,
How can you tell? You like, oh yeah.
that's a good one.
Ladies first.
Most definitely.
Yeah, let's hear it from a lady's perspective.
I think I know when a dude like truly likes me.
Truly.
Truly is persistence and consistency. I know consistency is a word that everybody's using right now. It's all popular, but that's where I feel like a lot of men start off doing all those things for like the first couple of weeks.
And then they
so
stop.
I never judge them the first couple of weeks. I'm like, oh, okay,
No, it
he's
is
just doing
what
that
it
shit.
is.
But like we 3 months in and you still doing
on the
that
same shit.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, like you fuck with me. And I,
Or you can ask yourself, like, what happened for him to stop doing this stuff?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, a lot of girls don't want to
Yeah.
admit.
Oh,
you let them hit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't start the
Hey, I'm not trying to answer them questions, boy.
oh, like go there. I need you to go
like,
there.
yeah,
Okay,
shoot,
I'm
Go
yeah.
there.
You know what I'm saying? That's the truth.
Trust me, I be
Okay.
having this conversation a couple times a week.
Like sometimes they doing all of that,
Yeah.
and they finally get the draws,
yeah.
and they feel like, well, all
So
right.
you saying you shouldn't be fucking on a first date or fucking
Nah, most
early?
definitely.
I mean, I'm not saying you don't need to do that, but I'm saying that don't expect something like this holy relationship if you
Yeah.
letting him hit the first day.
Most, yeah.
You can't, because I guarantee you in his mind, he like, damn, she let me do this. She probably let old
A
dude,
couple dudes.
you know what I'm saying, did that. It ain't no value to that.
That's
I mean,
crazy because I never thought like that before. I feel like that loosens up the tension.
Nah.
Really?
Like, yeah,
I feel like physical, like
yeah, like we ain't got our guards up type shit. So now it's like we can
I wouldn't
just
say
relax and
going the
chill.
whole way, but I would
Yeah.
say like, you know, me touching you or you know,
Yeah.
on that level type, you know. But I wouldn't say
See, I
go
think
all the
that's a
way.
love language thing too, like you know, physical touch and
Yeah,
doing things. Some men
most
like that's their
definitely.
way of expressing that they like you. Some dude told me that. Is that true?
sometimes that can be
You
true.
just start getting up in.
He,
Yeah.
he didn't get it, no, but he did not. But
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
just curious.
I mean, men got you know a lot of ways to get get what we want though.
What's
so,
some ways?
oh man, once you
Thousand. It's a
one
thousand ways.
way, man, because
Yeah.
people don't understand the spiritual ties whenever you having
Yeah,
sex with
most
somebody.
definitely.
If he have sex with you and you really enjoyed it and y'all talking, he kissing on you during sex, talking about I
Yeah.
love you, he got you.
If he kissing your ass,
A rap.
like literally in there from the back, kissing your ass cheek, it's like
Oh,
He got you.
it's like yeah,
I
you
will
mine
say
type
that's the
shit.
thing with some dudes. Yeah, like if y'all want to serious, please don't be trying to like make love
Yeah,
and talking,
that's
talking
true.
in our
Nah, beat it
ears
up.
and stuff.
Don't play
No,
with
that's toxic.
What I-
She's like, no, that's toxic.
What do I always say? You need to have dick instead of stop playing. You need to have dick. You need to have dick.
No, for sure.
Don't play with her. You're going to be dead on the
cap.
side of the road.
But it's like
No
shit, you gotta set a standard for you because you know she gonna tell the homegirls and shit. So it's
true.
like shit, you
No,
gotta
some,
goddamn.
whether y'all know it or not, bro, most girls keep that shit a secret, bro.
'Cause this
Most
shit be
girls
too
keep it to
good,
themselves. But,
It
bro,
depends
what girl?
on the timing. Like if
Yeah.
it's like the
Yeah.
first night, ain't no girlfriend to tell nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
She might got one homegirl she
Yeah,
gonna
she
tell
gonna
that
tell.
she trusts, but she ain't finna tell the mother hoe.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what if
That's true. I'm
Yeah.
just being real.
what if there's this girl like you've been eyeing for like a really long time and you like her or whatever and you go on a date and like she let you fuck the first night? Do you look at her differently?
I don't know. It just depends on who she is.
Jamie, that's a good question,
No,
bro.
see,
It's
like
really-
you've been like sweating her for a long time. Like, damn, she found that little bitch. Like, I can't wait to get my.
But what if she
chance.
was sweating me too the same way? Like,
I'm just saying
you feel me?
sweating her.
That's okay.
Okay.
We can't counter it with that because she's asking a direct question. I get what you're saying. Me personally,
I'm gonna be oblivious to the shit.
It'll scare
Like,
me
shit,
a
I
little
hit.
bit.
Shit is what it is. I hit.
It'll scare me a little bit.
It'll scare you.
It'll make me question a few things, but I don't know. I wouldn't say that would give me like the incentive to finally just say like, this bitch ain't shit. I mean, this girl ain't shit. You know, like this woman ain't shit. You know, but I would definitely, you know, it's yeah. I'm gonna have to go.
But
out
it
with you
is
a couple
going back
times.
to what she said. Like, you know, it's kind of like, oh snap. Like, I don't know. That's kind of questionable.
Yeah, I question it, but
yeah.
I would definitely like. If I was feeling you like that, I'll kick it with you just to see. I gotta feel you. You know, I gotta see how many times you pick that phone up. I gotta see how many times that phone
Nah,
ding
for
ding.
sure,
So you
yeah.
give
I gotta
her a
see.
chance.
Yeah, I'll give her a chance, but I'm gonna tell you like this: you got 3 weeks, and I'm gonna put you in a position like
Make a decision.
demoted. You feel me?
I
You
get
went
you.
from promoted to
Damn.
demoted because I'm watching you. I'm watching what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm paying attention to everything that you do. Like, and you know, most definitely, you know, a woman picked that phone up too many times, or that phone dinged too many times.
that phone
like,
doing this.
Or yeah, like, go like that.
I
Oh
be doing
yeah.
my phone like that sometimes, but
But
you got to hide.
Yeah.
no, because no, my thing is like my phone be keep ringing, and I don't want to look at it because it stressed me the more I keep looking.
Yeah,
at
I
it.
feel you
know
on
what I'm
that one,
saying?
but-
I gotta flip it.
But if it's like that every time I come out with you, like, or you know, your phone dinging like that every time I come out you,
Or it's like you
after-
always on the phone and shit.
yeah.
Whenever we
Or
out.
if I'm texting you or something, and then you go 2 to 3 days without texting me, and then you hit me on some. It's like, what you got going on? Like, you
How
know,
would you think you'll still talk to her after?
Oh yes, you still talk to me. I still talk to you. Yeah.
I mean, but like, would you take her seriously?
Man, y'all made me sound like the asshole at the group.
Tell us, speak your
I'm gonna
truth.
be honest, man. I probably
You wouldn't, bro?
Hell no, he wouldn't.
Wow.
Why?
I mean, cause you got to give me something to chase. I feel like once I hit the first time like that
See,
quick, that
I
easy.
feel like that
You like
now.
to chase people, huh?
I mean, it's not that I like to.
I like
but
chase like to put like you want somebody that like you can fight for.
I want somebody that the world can't have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I genuinely, if I'm around you and I know I'm trying to, touch on you and I'm trying to do all this and you're just like, no, like, what's my favorite thing to eat? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
What's
yeah,
this about,
that'll-
man? Now you
that'll
questioning me.
definitely
And it's just
get
like,
me
okay,
right, though, on
you're
God,
setting your
like-
boundaries, you're setting your
Yeah, for
tone.
sure.
Yeah.
And to me, that's like, okay, that's kind of a turn on. That means that she's serious about her shit. Like,
That mean I gotta come different.
now I'm looking at exactly. That
I
means,
gotta come at the situation different.
that means
now.
I got to look at her in a different lens. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest.
You gotta look at her as a woman.
I got to look at her as a woman. Thank you.
You gotta look at her
Bingo.
as a woman.
Bingo. You hit it right on the
You gotta
nail.
look at her as like a woman, like
Oh,
she
yeah,
a
straight
grown
up.
ass woman.
Oh, this is a woman right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just get these draws.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
gonna work
work
for
for
these
that
draws. I'm gonna work for these
You gotta
draws.
work for that motherfucker.
Straight up, like.
So
I've
Z, you said you oblivious to it. Like it don't bother you.
It just
first time?
depends on the female. Like
Like for real, it just depends on
it just depends on the situation.
yeah, who it is.
So y'all would say getting the draws is something that is serious.
I feel like I'm a true believer of. Like,
I wouldn't say it's that serious. It's just if she give it to you,
Yeah.
we human beings at the end of the day. Like we sexual beings at the end. We grown ass people. You know what I'm saying? Like so, if she decides to do what she want to do, or because she has to allow me in the first place. So if she decides to let me get in them, or or decides to
That means she
seduce
been
me,
thought about it.
That means she been with it.
Yeah.
So it's like
Cause ain't no woman just
More or
gonna be
less.
like that.
yeah.
The reason I ask because I feel like men, from a female's perspective, men like be so quick. Like if y'all value women like holding her pussy to a certain value, like
Yeah.
why y'all steady trying to like hound women and try to make them have sex?
Oh, I
Like,
never do that shit. No,
I feel like
no,
not
no.
make them, but I mean like that. I feel like there's a lot of dudes like that's the first thing they want to do is have
Yeah.
sex.
I mean, it can go both ways because you got other guys that are trying to actually get to know you, and then now you're probably so used to so many guys coming at you trying to have sex. You don't know what to do with this guy that's trying to genuinely get to know you. Not saying that's you, but a lot of women, they do get confused.
They automatically shut them down, turn them down. Like, oh, you just want one thing. Like,
Oh, yeah. All right, this nigga might be weird. Is he a little gay? He ain't trying to have sex with me.
How you think I want just one thing when shit you ain't even giving me the time of the day? Like shit, let a nigga out there take you out to eat, talk to you, chop it up with you, hit on FaceTime, talk on the phone.
So you
with
saying you
all
don't
that
get the
shit.
time of day if you're a nice guy?
Man,
No, that's not true.
in some
That's not true.
in some cases,
I wouldn't say that's
yes and no.
true. I wouldn't say that's true.
I think it's just the double standard.
I
Like,
just feel like it's a certain level. Like I feel like, with like
Let me ask you this too, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a guy and I'm trying to get to talk to you, I'm trying to get to know you. My first time meeting you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all in your ear. Hey, baby, let me take you. Let me go get them draws. You know what I'm saying? I'm making it sound good. I got you drunk. I got you to your level. You know what I'm saying? And I'll try to hit you up the next day. Would you look at me a little different and say, "Oh, this nigga just want the draws"?
yeah, we're looking at it very differently.
Exactly.
Yes.
So how much of a double standard is it? Because now you looking at me like I'm just a hoe.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. You looking at me like I'm just a hoe because I came at you with a completely almost disrespectful conversation.
Yes.
I'm trying to get the draws. I blatantly told you that. You know what I'm saying?
A woman ain't gonna take that shit.
Some of them ain't.
Yeah,
That's- some girls might walk
Most,
with
let's
you,
say
you know?
most. I wouldn't say some. Most women, you cannot walk up on a woman and just be like, "No, that's sexual harassment these days."
But if I
That's
came, but if I
that-
came
they are
up,
not-
but if I came up to you, hey, you know, you're a real pretty girl. I've been noticing you. I see you walk by. I smell your fragrance. You know what I'm saying? I see your nails done.
Flex the
I like
same
everything.
shit.
I like everything about you. You know, now it's my turn to get to know you. Hi, I want to know your name. And I'm starting to come at you with a conversation like that.
It'll scare you.
You have better chances.
To what? To hit or to get to know you?
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. I already know both of them, bro. Like, both of them. Yeah, like.
So y'all pot putting y'all on game.
Both of
That's-
'em.
If you want better chance of getting the draws,
Yeah.
you just
You gotta be
Play
nice,
the
man.
game.
You gotta know how to play it,
You gotta
man.
understand what's
Shit.
going on. You know,
I'm just being. Hey, look,
it's
this
a
free
technique
game.
to it. You know,
It's free game. Look, before I became a married man, I used to have a mouthpiece.
Used to?
I still could.
Yeah, like, I feel like that shit don't go away, though.
That's true.
You might say, you know, talk to your wife, be like, hey, what's up with you? You know,
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
that's what I would do. I would be like, shit, just talking my wife ear off.
Right. Right.
So
yeah,
she be
that's
like,
true.
come on now,
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on now, you already got me. Stop.
Right.
We went all the way to the left. The question was,
Right.
how do you know when somebody really likes you?
Oh shit.
Shit, we didn't
Because
answer the
I had
question.
already
okay.
said that
She answered
consistency.
it on a woman's level. So
I think.
On a man's level, I think consistency as well.
no, most definitely.
If they hitting you up out the blue, hitting you up in the morning, good morning.
Good morning, text.
Yeah, like,
Good morning, text is a mug.
how you doing? How you sleeping? I feel like that's when she really,
Good night.
really wants you.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's on both ends though, man or woman. You know,
I feel like whenever somebody is making the effort to always be in front of me, you know what I'm saying? Like you notice that you
see
go
if I'm
out. and-
okay or if I'm, you know,
Or like trying to go out somewhere.
Yeah. You know
Like,
what I'm
hey,
saying?
you know, let's go to the movies, you know.
yeah.
Always try to, even if you don't say nothing, I'm gonna start thinking like maybe you actually,
Yeah.
maybe you like me a little bit, because my wife, I'm not gonna lie, she made the effort, even if she was too shy to say something to me when she first met me, but she would always make herself known.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Be around you.
Like she got to be around. She got to be
That's
somewhere.
the superpower us women have.
Yeah.
Like, we will present
Cause she
ourselves in
feel
front
it though,
of you.
just like you feel it. You know,
We'll present ourselves, and you got to bite it.
Yeah,
You know?
most definitely,
straight up.
a woman will present herself.
What's the next topic?
No, Darius didn't answer.
Oh,
Oh, I thought
I don't. I was gonna go with his answer. Going about my business. I would say, you know, consistency. Just like, you know, he said. I don't know. Like me personally, right now, I ain't really looking for a woman. You know, I'm focused on myself. But right now,
You single?
yes, I am single. You know, I can say, you know, like
you took a while to answer that question, huh, Jamie?
Nah. Yeah, I'm single, but
Oh, damn.
Okay, let me get to the next topic. Our last and final topic. Okay, it's a big one,
It's a big
but
one.
a small one.
Oh.
Okay, what were your biggest mistakes growing up? could be anything.
Man, I'm still growing up, so shit.
Boy, you
Me
was
too.
grown.
Man, I'm
We all still
Growing up, yeah.
I'm still growing up and learning life.
But what was the biggest one like thus
Biggest
far?
one.
Not pursuing basketball or
Okay, so we
music.
talking about that. Okay.
Anything.
not pursuing basketball music. It was probably my regrets.
I feel like my biggest mistake was not taking high school serious. As far
Me
as
too,
like
as well.
academics and like scholarships.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because I felt like if I would have done shit differently, I could have got like a full ride to like a college, or I could have got like a scholarship to college. That's crazy because like if I knew what I know now, I would have took that shit back in high school. I would have been
I
about boom, boom,
would've
boom, boom, boom. Like
Buy
shit.
my books.
Going outside.
Everybody.
Now I'm good, man. I'm finna study.
Really?
I'm finna goddamn pray. Yeah, real shit. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes right now is shit, just not taking my academics in high school
Are
serious.
you in school right now?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Why not?
I did go to community college. I was going there for architecture, but I was taking my basics.
Aw.
Yeah.
I went to school of architecture. But anyways,
But yeah, so I was taking my basics. My plan was to go back to college, but then that's when the COVID hit, and I tell everybody this, like I'm not like a go online class learner. I'm more of a like getting up, getting ready. I like
Me
to you know
too.
pack my stuff, go into class, and then hear the teacher talk, and then take notes.
yeah,
So
I'm the same way.
that's how I am.
Feel
But I am trying to get back in college whenever you know it's open up and
I feel you on
get
that.
going.
That's true.
Pot?
So man, back to what you were saying, man. You were talking about, you were doing, your music and taking school serious and playing basketball. So, a secret that you probably never even knew, man. Back when we were kids, bro, I almost envied you, man. I was almost jealous because everything you touched turned into gold. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: everything he touched turned into gold. He picked up a basketball. I picked up a basketball before him.
Yeah.
As soon as he picked up a basketball, he can shoot better than me. He can dribble better than me. You know what I'm saying? All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he picked up a guitar. He can play the guitar. You know what I'm saying? He get into the studio. He starts singing.
It's just like a little genius.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was an actual genius, and he almost underestimated himself. But he set the tone, and I love him. And I appreciate for him because he was so good at all those things early, and I always had like hard work instilled in me. And to me, I was a firm believer even when I was a kid. Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So,
definitely.
but I think that it almost robbed him of it because he was so good at everything he touched, and me, I was aspiring to be that. So it's like I had to work my ass off. I worked my ass off to play basketball. I'm not saying he's not a hard worker, but it was just different because I had to work my ass off playing basketball. I had to work my ass off to become a decent singer. Try to play instruments, things that he automatically touched, that he was just good at. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, how in the hell?
And that's hard. That's like your twin brother right here. And you like, why can't I do that?
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. So because he set the tone for me at an early age, I was able to instill that into the rest of my life. But it was all thanks to him, and he don't even realize that. And because he set that tone, I'm better at almost everything that I do. I instill like the hard work ethic in it because
He pushed you.
he pushed me, and he didn't even know he pushed me. The reason he pushed me was because he was already good at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was already good at it. So it pushed me and it drove me. Now everywhere I go, I almost have to be the best. I'm not gonna let nobody outshine me. I ain't gonna let nobody outwork me, and I'm gonna let my work speak for myself. Anybody who ever hired me will tell you that. Like anybody who's ever hired me will always tell you that. I'm just that ambitious. And he helped do that because of that. So I just want to say you inspired me at an early age, and you don't even know it. Like you really did, because you were so good at all of those things. And I'm telling you, Darius had such a beautiful singing voice, and it reminded me of like Chris Brown when we were kids. But the only person he was singing in front of was me. And it used to
I
piss
remember he
me.
used to tell me, he's like, I can sing.
Yeah, and it used to piss me off because I would try to sing and stuff, and I'm just like, man, I'm decent, but y'all need to hear my twin brother. I need to hear my twin
I
brother.
remember you used to get some
Yeah.
notes too.
Yeah, I used to. I need to hear my brother. I need to hear my brother, and people would just be like, nah,
Nah, yeah.
nah, not him. He too hood. Nah, not him. He ain't singing shit. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But it almost made me mad because it was just like, bro, like you had a light so bright and you kept dimming it from yourself because
Yeah.
you were worried about what other people saying. I think a part of that is, and I'm not trying to put our family business out there, but a lot of times like he'll be in the house singing, you know what I'm saying? And I just be in the other room listening to it. And I'd be recording. I'm like, man, my brother blowing. But my mama was the type, she got annoyed easily at everything. Cut that damn noise off. shut up. But you don't understand how that could easily affect your kids at that age, especially when you see something that they love doing. And I feel like a part of that affected him, and it made him shy to do it in front of a whole bunch of people or a whole crowd of people, because the one person that was supposed to be super supportive of him in that didn't know how to.
Yeah.
You know, and I appreciate my mom. Don't get me wrong, and I love her to death. But in that aspect, she didn't know how to fully support him. You know, but I seen that growing up, and I know now because I have a daughter. If I see anything like that,
I'm gonna have to support it 1,000%.
Explore it.
Full fledged.
because I seen my twin brother, I seen what he could have been and everything. He danced better. Y'all know it was a time where I was boogieing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was getting it.
I was dancing. You know what I'm saying? But I got all this from him. He was
and
a dancer.
and he just standing.
Yeah.
Just standing there, and I'm just like, bro, like, what you doing? The world
Darius,
need to see
I
this.
just gotta say, Darius, it's not too late to get back
back
on
right.
it. Yeah.
Hey, as Kansas, do y'all feel like we overthink a lot?
Oh,
Most
yeah.
definitely.
Oh, yeah, I'm in my head.
I feel like that's just
24/7.
like a me thing.
Yeah.
What about you, Pat?
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
overthink.
always in my head.
I'm in my head 24/7.
Why is that though? Like,
I think
We struggle with the I would say I
Validation.
struggle
exceptions for everybody else.
Validation.
I would say I struggle with perfection, bro. Like certain things I want so perfect, bro,
Yeah.
that I never get it done because I want it so perfect that I feel like I won't be able to
See,
get it
that's
perfect.
that's a type of anxiety because you have two types of anxieties. One, you know something, you need to do it, and your anxiety pushes you to do it, or you have the other anxiety where it freezes you, and you're like, I don't want to do it because it's
Yeah.
going to put more pressure on me.
That's pretty much me. Like
that's
You didn't talk about your biggest mistake growing up.
man. My biggest mistake was honestly, I used to have this agenda in my head growing up, and I just be like, you know, I used to try to sing because in my head I used to be like, you know, me and Darius, we used to watch, you know, YouTube videos of people singing together as kids and stuff, and I used to have this agenda in my head. Me and my brother, we're gonna kill it. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna do this. But my biggest mistake was like actually pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I should have instead of saying one day, I should have said day one. You get what I'm saying? I should have started it then, and I never did. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that I've ever made, because if I can go back and do it again, I would push him so hard to be so great that it would have did nothing but inspire me. So I would have had to be great because I wasn't gonna let him outshine me. You know what I'm saying? That we was gonna be so great at all those little things together. So I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that I ever made. If I could do it over again, I would push us being in the gym more. When we started playing basketball, I would push us being in studio. I mean, taking music lessons. We would always hustle. I mean, we was gonna hustle and get the money to do it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that was always instilled in us. We ain't
you
had-
know us.
we ain't never had no handouts from nobody.
Never.
So I wish I really could do that over again. Like it was a beautiful sight. Me and him being in the bathroom singing when we was kids, and nobody was there to listen. Nobody heard it, and it was beautiful. It really, really was. So I think I would definitely do that over again.
I don't feel like
I'll
that
be
was a
thinking about
mistake
it.
though. I think that was just y'all being young and y'all didn't have someone to push y'all.
We just
to
didn't have
see y'all's
a
potential.
great support
y'all both
system.
Needed, yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
we didn't have
both
a big
needed it.
support system.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
what is a great support system to y'all? Like in y'all lives, what's a good support system?
You know, great people around you. People around you that's, you know, motivating you, encouraging you to, you know, are pushing you to your, you know, to your fullest, you know, to, you know, become who they believe you can become, you know?
They
like,
invest in you.
They invest in you, you know, like
Telling you what's what and what's not. Like, nah, they
and
Yeah.
I feel like every person should have a support system. So when the support system is broken, you
Yeah.
know, you have to understand, you know, why that person is who they are, what they are, you know,
Exactly.
you know,
And
Some of the biggest hustlers come out of not having a support
not
system.
having a support system.
Yeah.
There's like, I do it all by myself, self-made.
Because eventually you finally come to agreement that you have no choice but to do it by yourself. So that's what make you become that hustler. You know, it's like, okay, not only am I gonna do this by myself, but I'm gonna do it bigger and I'm gonna do it better, you know, like
Yeah.
than I've ever seen it, you know, myself.
And you know how that's great, but at the end of the day, that's it can
take
also
a
be
toll
double,
as well.
It can be a double-edged sword, because that's the same thing with a lot of our single mothers out there. They're forced to do it by themselves, and when there's somebody in that want to come help them, they don't know how to
They don't
truly
know how to
accept
truly,
it.
yeah.
They don't know how to
That's true.
truly accept it because they're so used to doing it by themselves. They don't want to
Yes.
rely on you because you might be an in and out type of person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to rely on that. I ain't finna fall back on that. And it makes it so hard for people that really just do it by themselves that they don't know how to accept any real
That's
help.
that wall.
That's that
you know?
wall. That's that wall. You know, and I think that a lot
That
of
wall
us
is
deal
hard to break though, too.
with- Oh yeah,
I'm telling
it is.
It's a work in progress.
It
you.
is.
I don't even look up to people, you know, people helping me. So I understand, you know. I understand that for sure.
Let me think what my biggest mistake has been growing up. You know, I feel like my biggest mistake would be always like, I love my mom to death, but like basically, let me just give y'all an example and why. So I used to play the violin. I was in orchestra for like 7 years. And so once I got in high school, my mom was like, you have to go to this school. You have to go to Poteet. And I was like, I don't want to go to Poteet. I want to go to North Mesquite. And she was like, well, you have to because we live in this district now. And I was like, I'm going to do something to make her mad. I'm going to quit orchestra because she loved me being in orchestra. So I was like, but I, just kid. I'm like, I'm not realizing it. But she was like, go ahead and quit and see what happened. And so I quit, And then after that, it was just like, I just had this biggest regret. Like, I only quit because I was trying to make somebody mad, not trying to, like, just truly do it for myself. So I think just seeking, like, validation from my mom or, like, always trying to do things to get a reaction out of her, I think that actually hindered me. So just treating my mom better. I love you, Mom. We have a better relationship. But, yeah, that'd be my biggest mistake.
Right. Okay. I can see that.
But yeah, that was all over the place. So
Goddamn, Jamie in the host spot. Damn.
Host to host.
you got the inspiration? Who got the inspiration today?
Okay, I got the inspiration today. Let me see. I think y'all gonna like this one. Hold on.
I think I like Jamie in the host spot more than me.
Stop it. Hey, it's pressure being up here, man.
It's pressure. Now you see what I be going through.
All right.
Yeah, I be like, God damn.
So, inspirational quote for the day is, that same boiling water that softens the potato also hardens the egg. It's what you're made of, not your circumstances.
Give it
Repeat
to us
that.
one more time.
Yeah.
That same boiling water that softens the potato also hardens the egg. It's what you are made of, not your circumstances. Yeah, you ain't never made like potatoes before?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's kind of, it probably could fly over your head if you don't really think about it. It's pretty much saying like,
If you don't cook, it flies over your head.
Yeah.
That's what
Say
that
it one
is.
more time.
okay. One more time.
Okay.
One more time. I got it.
That same boiling water that softens the potato also hardens the egg.
Yes.
It's what you are made of, not your circumstances.
Yes. Because you can go hard, you can go soft, but that depends on who you are.
Hey, man. that blew over my head like 3 times.
P.
I needed a moment.
Right. So, man, we always, take care of all our guests, and I just want to say, hey, I appreciate you coming out here. We appreciate you coming out here, doing this show with us, man.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yes,
Something
we
even a little
appreciate
bit
you.
more hotter, you know.
I'm pretty sure there was much more that could be said, but we only on a certain time frame. But want to give you this, man.
Yeah. Got a little shunk.
And I look a mess because I literally just got off work. So y'all know this my signature wine.
Yes.
That's my go-to.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Enjoy, man.
Hey, Darius, you want to shout out your social medias to us?
Do I? Okay. Yeah. Shout out. My Facebook is my name, Darius Cunningham, Darius Cunningham. My Instagram is Darius Cunningham BTC. BTC Threads. My Snapchat is Moneyman94. Money with a U. You know.
You got it all.
Yeah, I got it all. I don't got no TikTok though. I don't do none of that.
That's right.
I got a Twitter too, but I still gotta like memorize that name.
Yeah.
I don't really
Got you.
know that name right now. But
All right. Well, that's episode 12, y'all.
Episode
12.
12.
We'll see y'all next time.
See y'all next time
Already.
Make
already.
sure you follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook too.
most definitely.
Deuces. All right.